Republicans has been fighting for the freedom of black people since the 1860s.
Damn, she hyped?
This is why Abraham Lincoln was assassinated.
Calm down.
You've been having the right to vote since the 15th Amendment. And the Democrats was terrorizing you for over 100 years because you had that right to vote. But you were voting Republican at the time. There was no party switch that ever happened.
I mean, she ain't lying, because it was Republicans first, then they decided to, you know, do the little division thing. Then it went from Republicans to, you know, Democrats. And then it was like a whole, you know, Democrats versus Republicans, Republicans versus Democrats. I mean, I know how it all started. That's why I keep telling everybody, I'm like, look, man, we got to just do our history. I mean, research our history, learn our history, because not everything that, you know, has happened in history, they're going to tell us about. And when they do tell us, they twist it up and sugarcoat shit.
The only thing that switched was your vote, which that's what they wanted. You to vote for Democrat for years. And they want y'all to not look at the Joe Biden 94 crime bill. Well, he wrote it with Strom Thurmond. He was a racist and a segregationist. He was the only one that switched parties from Democrat to Republican, but he worked to undermine the Republican Party. The 94 crime bill couldn't pass under the Republican Party. It passed under the Democrat Party, under Clinton's administration, to be exact.
Uh-oh. I didn't know that. Hold up. Wait a minute. I didn't know that part.
It couldn't pass under the Republican Party. It passed under the Democrat Party, under Clinton's administration, to be exact, with the Democratic House and Senate. And that led black people separated, Hispanic people separated from their families. It broke up their homes for generations. Some of them are still in prison to this day. But it was also a bill to build more prisons, to make money, for-profit prison. The ones that came in and reversed it was Republicans with the First Step Act, Trump. Y'all really need to go and study and look at it. Sentencingproject.org. Go look at the numbers of how many people was released from prison in a mass incarceration reversal under the Trump administration. Democrats have always used these sellout Negroes, such as the Boule and Divine Nine, to Trojan horse whatever their agenda was. See, they want to keep you ignorant to the fact how much they have rampaged the black community. They don't want you to.
Even though she hype, she's spitting some gems in this shit right here. Like, I believe her. I mean, I didn't know that, you know, all that was changed under the Clinton administration. Because mind you, growing up, my whole life, my family's been Democrat. And, you know, because I chose Jill Stein, people was mad. But shit, look at what's been happening for the past couple years. It's like shit has been crazy. Why would I sit here and vote for, you know, these people that are running? I'm not for none of them. Their policies ain't shit. Now, there's some things in Trump's policy that I don't agree with. How many of y'all took the time to look at all the candidates' policies? I mean, because I thought that's what it was about, on what's going to make us better. I mean, I guess to each his own.
Keep you ignorant to the fact how much they have rampaged the black community.
Blessings.
They don't want you to critically think about things. They just want you to listen to them. Democrats has always wanted cheap labor, which is why they was fighting for slavery, which is why even now they leaving the border open. Why do you think they're leaving the border open? Cheap labor. So they're
the dumbest thing that I could see happen, because what's crazy is, right, if they wanted, you know, if there's immigrants still on the waiting list, waiting to get into America the proper way. But y'all sitting here leaving the border open. It was crazy since the pandemic started, right? Joe Biden promised so many jobs. He said, oh, more jobs are coming. Different jobs are coming this way. We're going to be opening this. No, what you did was reopened old jobs, right? Opened up the cities and everything. Like, for example, here in Philly, Social Security Administration, every building, when you got to go to the Social Security office, to the welfare office, there's maybe 5 employees in there. People got to be waiting in line for hours. Sometimes they got to come back the next day just to see somebody. When you call on the phone, it's hard to get in contact with somebody. It's always a fucking problem. The biggest complaints that I hear about here the most. But he said, you know, people going back to work, but we still got a mandate where, you know, people ain't going to work because we're not taking the jab. See, I'm unemployed because I just got into an accident. But my point is, right, that a lot of people are having difficulties. Like, I got Zoomed right when I was working. Want to know why? Because of my heart condition. If it wasn't for my heart condition, I wouldn't have been able to work the way I was through the pandemic till recently that I had this car accident that I got into. Right? What saved me was that as a child, I had the Kawasaki disease. In this jab, right? And hopefully they don't take me down for this, right? So real quick, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna play that disclaimer. In this jab is linked to that. There's no way in hell I'm fasting in the process that if it can come back when I'm 50 or 60, now just because I take that shit, you got me fucked up. All right? And I'm being serious about that shit. That's the only thing that saved me from me not getting that shit. They can't force me because of my heart condition. So yeah, there's ways that you could go, around this jab thing, but it's the other people didn't know about it, or people chose not to believe when people told them, like, look, listen, you can get an exemption letter from your doctor saying why you shouldn't, you can't take this thing, and they can't make you not miss work as long as you get tested, make sure you don't got the damn virus. But hey, people didn't want to believe, they didn't want to take heed. So a lot of people did lose their jobs. A lot of people became homeless. Like there was even issues with the supplemental income. Did y'all know that the welfare office was getting hacked? People, they were getting food stamps, were getting their food stamps stolen from them in other cities and countries. Same thing with the SSI. People were getting hacked. I'm saying, I'm like, how the fuck you in fucking Philly, but you in California, somebody out there buying shit off with your food stamps. I'm saying, like, damn, and liquor stores and everything. And guess what? We promised to give the food stamps that you lost. They never gave it back to the people. It's so much going on. So much going on. And I know that Philly's not the only one going through it, but Philly is known for giving out supplemental income. You see where I'm coming from? Like, it's the biggest city that gives it. Like, it's fucking candy. Like, that's why I said, like, they should check out these people that are coming in here just saying they got this, but in reality, they don't got shit. They just want to collect the check. We got some good ass actors out here. It's people that really do need these type of incomes, but motherfuckers want to be greedy. It's crazy. I can go about this so many ways, man. Yeah, you can get exempt. Y'all didn't know that if you had a condition, right? Whereas in you feel as though that this damn jab thing could harm you in any way, shape, or form, you can get a note. I got mines. I got exempted. I didn't have to take the jab, and I wasn't. I was going to quit on some real shit. So they, here you go. They can't force you to take the jab. We got rights as fucking humans. Go look up your laws. Go look up your rights. There are certain things that they cannot do, but they still do because of the loopholes. But you know what we missing? We missing unity. That's what we're missing. We're missing unity. I ain't going to sit here and lie. There's no way in hell I'm going to sit here and take that jab. I knew the consequences behind it. I listened to the whistleblowers. Listen, man, a lot of my videos, they got struck down was because I was bringing awareness to what these whistleblowers were exposing from the doctors. A lot of doctors lost, a lot of doctors didn't just lose their jobs. They quit because they were against what was happening. A lot of these doctors spoke out, and people that played those videos got their videos striked. People were getting censored for the past couple years, certain things that we could not say. So it's kind of like, I didn't take that shit. I was about to quit. No, my clients loved me enough. I got the right advice. Listen, because I was working for the stadium. When the stadium said, if you don't, when they opened up again and they started getting us back, they're like, oh, you have to take no, I'm not. At that time, I didn't know that, I can get an exemption. Like, but my employees came in handy. My employees, oh my God. My clients. I said my employees, like if I'm talking about my little business, shout out to my little young bulls that, do what they got to do. But no, I wasn't taking that. I was a little mad when my old head took it. But then, like I told her, there's effects behind that shit. There's a lot of people and what's crazy is people are not finding out until months, maybe years later. It's like, for example, somebody took the jab in 2019 and they didn't know they was having certain complications that were linked to that joint, right? Until like 2023. So I'm just putting an example. Like, you're not going to find out about the complications maybe until years later, because that's how it was when they were testing it out in other places. They found out the same thing. why America got away with this long, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, but shit, like the COVID is like the damn flu, for real, for real. But that's a topic for another live, y'all. But let's continue with what she's saying, because like I said, I'm only gonna play a few videos. I'm gonna end this, John. I appreciate everybody's been rocking out with a shorty. And like I said, don't go by what I'm saying, right? Go out there and do y'all research.
Ideologies have never switched. They just redirected and diverted. And they're using the black people as a Trojan horse to do it. Y'all better open up y'all eyes to see what's going on. Go back and really read your history. Because now they're censoring anybody that talks about the history of the Democrats. When y'all are voting, stop voting 85%. For what? And the Republicans, no, they're not perfect either. We're fighting against an establishment of Republicans like the Bushes and all of them. You can say whatever you want to say, but throughout history, when I was looking, I have not found a bill yet that the Republicans wrote to predominantly undermine black people and harm black people on a large scale at all. Go look it up yourself. But even after I say that, these boule, they'll come into the comment section. No, well, they're trying to suppress your vote. Suppress the right to vote for what? Democrats? Because that's what y'all been voting for. Democrats. That has done nothing to improve your life, your neighborhoods, your school, or nothing at all.
Makes a good point.
So what are you voting for them for? That's why they got rid of Malcolm X. And that's why they also got rid of Martin Luther King. Because all they wanted to give y'all was welfare. They didn't want y'all to get up on anything.
I don't agree with what you just said about Malcolm X. I mean, I don't know why she bashing Malcolm, but shit, Malcolm wasn't wrong on what he was saying. And Malcolm wasn't trying to divide us. Now, Martin, I have my doubts. But Malcolm, fuck no, I've done enough research. So I disagree with you on that one. But I agree with a lot of what you just said. You made good talking points. You know, I'm not that slow when it comes to the history. You know, I know a lot. I love history. I love researching history. I'm still learning. I'm not perfect. I don't know everything about history, but I'm willing to learn more, and I love soaking that knowledge in. So I agree with the majority of the things you just said. But what you just said about Malcolm, I don't agree with you. I mean, I don't know who else feels like I do, but I can't agree on what she just said about Malcolm. I mean, they killed him for speaking up.
They want y'all to continue to think that the Republicans are the ones that are racist. But many of you all don't even know that during that time when Trump was in office, a lot of people, poverty was improving. A lot of people was able to get off of food stamps. They was able to go and work. People was doing better for themselves and not dependent on the government. That's what was happening. But y'all can continue to believe these boule Negroes instead of the people that actually live in the neighborhood, like in Chicago, are telling you about what's going on in their neighborhoods with these illegal migrants, and y'all are choosing to turn a blind eye on it because you want to vote for a so-called black woman. Y'all be pissing me the hell off.
I'm dead. Yo, the emotions is real. Like, people is really lashing out right now on both sides, Republicans and Democrats. Like, can we just all calm down? Y'all want a Scooby snack? We just need to relax. Chill. What's done is done. Like, now we just, you really want to do something about it? Stand up and do it. Make your stand.